and stuff like that. And then with Fury, you have this very explosive, very fast, you know, in your face style of Counter-Strike. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how these two squads stack up for that reason, because I do think that they are the polar opposite in terms of how they approach this game.
Golden, well, actually, let's ask Fnatic here. Yeah, I was going to say, on Inferno specifically, Golden and Samuelson, because I do think that VP is pretty unique in the approach on this map as well. What do you guys think?
I think that Virtus Pro is a very underrated team, actually. I think they are a very good team. And I also think that they have changed their playstyle. They used to be the super slow team with the game time and everything, but I think they play more normal nowadays, which makes it harder, in my opinion.
Well, we are in, regardless. It's VP on the CT side, and a pistol round already underway. Jamie and Yakinda finding early picks. And I mean, Yakinda, that's a guy you could talk about all day long in terms of young talent that has a insanely high skill ceiling. So hopefully we'll see some of that in this series. For now, Furia just trying to claw their way back into middle. Moving up with the bomb and setting towards a 3 CTs here. Already info getting grabbed. Kicker going to spot 2 and drop 1. Trades, and Yakinda's still in Graves. So Furia, no easy entrance into this A site. Yakinda caught repositioning, but no kill for Furia. And they're actually going back to B as well. There's only one player here right now, but one player is all they need. Buster dropping Art, and this round is pretty screwed for Furia.
Nice hold from VP there early on. They even have nades enough as well for a potential retake setup had VP hit the B bomb site, or had Furia hit the B bomb site. Nonetheless, nice hold from VP, dominant fashion. And we talk about Furia a lot. I think the tendency here of like we're expecting Furia to be pretty good on the T side, might struggle a little bit more on that CT side. I agree with Samuelson when you mentioned it as well, by the way. I do think that they've changed their playstyle a lot from being that super slow team into like incorporating, you know, the piece a little bit more of, you know, playing a little bit more, I guess, default Counter-Strike, as you pointed out. And I think just the consistency of them as well and having players always show up has helped them. A young team, so we talk about the online era, and I think, you know, a team like VP has definitely helped them with that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like you can just see the like Furia and then VP. Like VP just played for Banana on a like they know either Force Buy or Eco, so that's pretty extreme. If you ask me, like playing 4B in the beginning, and just showing that they want to stop any aggression Banana quickly if they have any in mind. Yeah, and Furia are known to be very aggressive in that part of the map.
Yeah, so
do you guys feel like
basically, if you want to beat Furia, you need to stop the early aggression, because if they get the map space and control that Art is a mastermind to have, then it's going to be really tough for you. So that's the key when you play versus Furia, I would say.
That's what I was going to ask as well, how you feel that, you know, Inferno as a whole has changed, you know, the CT side and T side. You know, I think that we had a moment where a lot of people were just fighting for Banana control, but now we kind of see people kind of pacing themselves more. I think Inferno is a very good testament as to how good teams have been with their utility, if anything. Would you say that it's been different to play as well on the CT side?
Yeah, I mean, it's beginning of the start of the round on Banana. Whoever wins the utility fight kind of... Like, how many Molotovs do you have to use to pick Banana and how much you can save up? That will be the factor of winning the round later on. And it's one of the hardest thing, and probably the hardest area of a map you can actually play in of all the maps, because all the decisions have to be made split seconds.
Would you say that somewhat of the Banana control comes down to like RNG in terms of spawns and certain nades landing on certain players? Like, surely there's just an element of luck or randomness in winning the Banana fight, especially when both teams have full buys.
Well, the spawn is an advantage for sure, but it's not that big of an advantage if you use your nades correctly or maximizing all the factors that could then... Like, let's say there's a probability this guy will peek when the Molotov is there, or they're gonna smoke it out. You can always position yourself so that you're not in the danger, and you have the same chances of taking the Banana the same way. But the only difference is that who uses their Molotov, top car, or deep Banana, and who wins the fight of peeking the first one. It's kind of hard to explain. It's kind of more of showing you.
Yeah.
No, we talk about that a lot. And I think
Yeah.
that's why, to your point, your goal, I think that's why, like, especially for me, when we watch games and I try to tell the viewers, I think a lot of people have like weird concepts of, even sometimes I think we see tendencies, you guys do the same, where you have rounds where you just run off mid one round. And I think for people there, they don't necessarily understand, but I think it's for, long-term thinking about the whole half as a, whole of reading the game and putting, the CTs in a bit of a spot where they don't really know what you like to do. I think that we've seen a lot more of that as well, the tendency as well. You talk about utility, nades and winning that fight. And that's definitely like one of the nice changes we've seen, I feel. I think this map just revolved around taking banana control before, but I think teams now are starting to get to understanding of, well, if they take banana early, let's just wait. They've spent so much nades. We use one flash, very much what we see here. They've spent so many nades there, right? I'll just take it over with one flashbang and we have banana for free.
Yeah, basically. Just like you mentioned, there's so many ways of doing the process. That's a nice entry.
Yeah, and the smoke on the molly as well. Furia aren't waiting around. They aren't playing games. They are storming the B site, and even the spawn as well. Furia were one of the teams, at least in NA last year, that made this smoke like meta, basically. They use this in every single...
That's a Fnatic smoke, Hugo. What the fuck?
Oh, sorry. I covered
too, man.
I covered NA all 2020. That's all I did. I stayed up till 2 in the morning casting Furia shit on MDL team.
Fnatic threw that
2020.
Fnatic fucking threw that smoke shit back in the goddamn 2012, man. They've been all up on that,
Well,
putting a lot of pressure on the site instead, like choking down the rotates instead. I do like it though. Not a lot of teams use it nowadays, and like maybe Golden can speak more as to like why it's not used as much as you might think. I think it does have a purpose, very much like with the double mollies in ladder room and train, for example. But I think people have kind of started to figure out as well how to kind of work around it, especially if this is the only smoke that you kind of throw on your T side.
Yeah, like for example, that round was all. It wasn't planned that you're gonna smoke deep CT. It just happened that they smoked the first box, and they had insight into CT, and they took the advantage of it, which was really nice. That's not something you can like pre-plan. That's just what happened in the round, and you just adapt. And that was a very good adaptation by Furia.
And if you get that smoke down, you have all the control you need, and the retake is so much more hard than a usual CT smoke.
And using this deep CT smoke in the current meta, it depends of like how the opponents play for sure. But you can for sure use it more. I haven't seen it a lot lately, but it isn't a bad move, I would say.
I can see to your point, because I feel like nowadays when CTs don't smoke off or use all their smokes in banana anymore, like we see if there's a fast play on the T side, you tend to drop the CT smoke on the site instead. And I actually think to your point, Golden, if that's not something that you talk about before, if that smoke gets dropped and you have one more on the site, essentially you do create a very nice wall for yourself to go into CT.
Yeah, you see. As much as I agree, like in that example, like that was very much on the fly calling. But you sometimes see teams like I think OG, a good example of this, that will throw that wall smoke towards oranges, and they will also throw the deep CT smoke out of banana, so safe, not on the fly. And then they'll use Alexi B to push CT to wrap coffins with a Mac 10 and basically backstab the B players in that sense. So like yeah, I get there are ways you can do it out of spawn if you get the banana control for free, right? So
yeah, they did it against us like a few hours ago. It didn't work.
Didn't work. Fair enough. I mean, listen, you're the worst team to do it against. That's what I'm saying, man. We don't, we don't go and try and teach the masters how to, do CT spawn smokes. It doesn't work that way.
But I mean, it's a good round. I have to agree, because if you succeed with the round, you have that deep smoke, and the retake is so much more hard. So yeah, it's a good round, especially if you have a Mac 10 or something, just flash and go.
Yeah, and one more thing about that smoke is that when you smoke first oranges or first box, you actually are more in the disadvantage of people are becoming so good at spraying through smokes that their lineup is too much of a risk running CT like that, and they can just like go on top of Fontaine and just like see over the smoke also. Which could be a problem if you play against really good B players. They tend to spam the weaknesses.
I was gonna say, I actually feel like Fnatic was one of the first teams that actually stopped doing these like insane banana takes all the time and started playing a little bit more defensive and holding their nades. I haven't had a chance to see you guys with Jaquinho yet on this map, so hoping maybe sometime throughout this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I think you guys have been really smart about it. I think that even the approach of the game. I think Inferno has always been a map that, for me, in my opinion at least, has been Fnatic's playground in some sense. And I think finding other solutions as to like the new metas and stuff like that doesn't come around easily. And I think people do tend to get a bit lazy of finding a new approach and stick with the same. Same on Vertigo A ramp, right? We saw that for the first 6 months, literally just run down A ramp every single round, and like no one really tried to figure out another solution as to like how to approach the map.
No, I totally agree with you. It's been the same way for a long time, but we'll see. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, all right.
Ooh, he's keeping secrets.
Yeah,
All right.
okay, I like that.
This round actually almost got a little bit weird because of the AWP being over here at B. I was worried AWP was going to give the bomb away, but he's decided not to, so he should be fine. It should just be a save here, right?
Yeah.
James just wants to... Oh, look, man, AWP's hungry for it.
Hunting with an
He
AWP.
literally has an AWP. He could give one over, but he don't care. This is the kind of stuff that he does. Like, so Golden, I got to know, as like an IGL watching this, are these the kind of plays, obviously you expect them out of ARP, but is this something you guys would ever do to this same level? Like, is JW ever... I mean, actually, he's the kind of perfect guy to also want to hunt with the AWP. But I realized as I'm saying it, I'm like, well, actually, no, yeah, if one person was going to, it's going to be him. No, but this just seems wild to me, though. This is like, what, is this just confidence or like playing to the style, or is this something that you don't agree with?
I think it's both, and I think that it's his play style, and is very unique, of course. But as I mentioned in the beginning, he's the best of doing that, and I can guarantee you that no player gives his team more space and map control than Art is doing. So I think he's really good at doing what he does.
Yeah,
but he's super special for sure.
I read a stat the other day that said something like in the rounds that Art dies, Furia have like their highest win percentage.
Yeah, and that's 100%
something.
because of the map control, right?
Yeah.
Because he's not
was
just
gonna point that
dying,
out
he's
too.
gaining some for his team. So some people might see that, oh, he's just going out and die, but he actually took half the map before he did it. So yeah.
And I think Fnatic used to be exactly the same in the sense of like, I think JW did calm down a little bit. I think he used to be a little bit more aggressive, but Fnatic, when that era was alive, like Fnatic used to have a very, very high 4 versus X situation as well, of like allowing, and maybe to Samuel's point, right? I think it just provides a lot of map control. So playing off of the map control that you have, we have 2 teams like that. GW might not be an Art style, but he's definitely very active on the map as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I would say that we see more and more players doing more of that stuff, like Kerrigan, Alexi, and yeah, at least one player in most of the teams is doing similar stuff, but not to that extent.
Oh, it's a bit of a mess in the middle right now. We got 6 players fighting. Kick it with the Deagle. Worth noting, VP went for a classic Virtus Pro buy in the previous round. Kicker on the eco dropped Jamie the AWP that he saved on B. And so now the Kicker is also on a Deagle in another round. He's got a kill though. He's trapped up in the pit. Art swapping weapons and caught by Yakinda's rotation. And this is getting a bit messy here for Furia. They still haven't dealt with Kicker. They know he's here from his kill earlier, but that nade will not get him. Kicker's moving in with Yakinda. It's a double face, and it's traded all on Vinny with 1 health in a 1v2.
If you kiss the guy in pit, he'll win this.
Oh, okay. That's some stakes on this one now. Yeah, man, Vinny, 1 HP. We've seen some great stuff from him before, but this is a pretty tall order. If he lands,
Did I hear Golden
this,
call
maybe
that he's
there's
going
a
to win
chance.
this? Was that?
He
was
said
that
if he gets the pit guy, he wins.
But he would beat
Oh,
yeah. He
Easy
played it
said
really
than
good.
done.
Like,
Yeah, loads of money for Furia still. AWP saved as well. Game time continues.
if Jamie and the other guy on B saved last round, not the round before, they're probably yeah, like the saving part of Jamie, like how they the community perceives it. Yeah, he saves a lot, but like when he saves, he creates more probabilities of winning the next round, or just by saving than going for a 1v3 with an AWP, which is not favorable in a lot of cases. You
can make the argument. I actually think that like back in the day, Fetish, so obviously when we look back at the Danish lineup, used to be notorious for saving and in positions maybe they were just odds-wise not being able to
This
win.
is GW stuff.
Yeah.
Taking banana alone with an AVP in the smoke.
So Kerry can do the same, but I think it makes sense, right? To your point, Golden, and also Samuelson. I think that people are starting to figure out more of like where do you fight? You tend to fight with teams, you tend to go in groups, and then you have like one player holding a spot. And I think that's really where Furia and even teams like Fnatic and more teams are doing it. But pushing with the solo player is not very expected, and you tend to get one-on-one duels. So it's definitely favorable, especially if you do end up getting that kill. You just have all the map control for free essentially. This is what I was talking about the B control, and we see that. This is also why I think the tendencies for CT sub not taking banana control as often anymore just is more apparent, where it's just so easy for T's to just wait. Sure, it's going to be less time on the clock, but they take banana back for free. And here they have a lot more utility here for the execute, right? Xerari just rushes in CT spawn again.
Oh! How has he done that? Buster, 3 headshots on the corner. The bomb's going to make it to the site. Art's cleared it up. He can get the plant, but this is a difficult 1v3. Where's he going? Back to the ruins, back to the coffins. It's a bit of an open plant as well, so he's not going to be screwed by the coffin if they stick it. Trying to find a fight, but they're surely going to try and trade this frag if he gets away with once. Jumping for Jame and kicking the trade. Very well played for VP.
So this was basically the tactic we talked about before, but they didn't throw the deep CT smoke.
Yeah, I felt like they took one step too long. Just leave the guy alone. You killed one guy, you don't need to kill the second guy who is hiding in ruins. You have the site for free. You just play safe after that. Or play out the round instead.
I think that's on the part of like, you kind of realize that both of the guys are CT spawn area, so why don't you just get the first kill and go site instead? Sure, you have to cover the site, but yeah, I can agree with that.
Which is also probably like it's hard to say that they made the wrong play, because you often don't see a player like someone kill 3 people without like getting traded. Like,
that's some nice shots.
Yeah, that was insane though, but like still, it happens. Especially in the like top tier CS, one player can kill 3 people without getting a scratch.
And I also think that is like Furia style of Counter-Strike, like flashes and then there's W and go.
Yeah, very explosive.
Yeah, exactly. Very explosive.
Which is really hard to play against.
Yeah.
I mean, like Robin just said, right? They just gave up banana the entire round. They waited the util. VP go back B, they boost, and then Furia just walk the entire way up banana. The second they get caught, they flash in. Like, no hesitation, no waiting around. Just wanted that banana control.
And I think they are really good at doing that. Like when they really go, they go. Like no hesitation. They are trading each other really good.
That's what I was going to say about the pop flashes that we talk about. Because I think you can talk about we throw a flash and you go, but it takes a lot of communication, a lot of timing effort to like really get a good spot of ensuring that you're not flashed and the opponents are flashed. And I think that's really what Furia has excelled at of doing these explosive pushes of like, let's go on the one flashbang and we know that flashbang is going to be good and let's just not stop, like W.
I think that's one of the things that maybe looks easy, but it's not that easy to do really good when you enter a site and stuff like that and trade each other with the right flashes and stuff like that.
Look at this gamble right now. VP have just left B. They've realized the hard way. So many mollies have landed over the site that both players are desperately trying to get back in. The lurker is dead, so it's a 4v4. There's a chance for VP, but the gamble, the leaving of B has cost them the site, and I don't know if Buster can stop the plant.
And this is what Golden was talking about earlier. You kind of notice as well, like who wins the utility battle, and VP had no smokes left when this happened. So they can't stand on the bomb side, so they're forced to go CT spawn and ruins and just play retake and after plant. It's a 3-on-3 though, so it's still very much doable, and there's a lot of flashbangs on the hands of VP. Vinny getting the kill on Sanji doesn't really help them at all. It's a 2-on-2 now though. It's a lot of overpeaking here from Furia. It's a 2v1. I think he's rather do it. It's a much better spot for him to be in now.
Okay, Zerato coming alive there. And yeah, that's the thing. Fury are always very keen to take those gunfights, right? But there, I guess you see the downside to when it doesn't work. It looks great when it's all panning out and you look at them and you go, man, they're just so confident. They're unstoppable. But it's like in that round there, things get a little bit scary because you kind of throw the first man in, and then you're so focused on trying to trade and trying to make it worth it that it almost ends up making the problem worse, right? So then you are relying on Keserato to win out that 1v2 clutch.
Yeah, for example, that round, Art is pushing CT off the plant with the AWP. You don't see many AWPers do that. They like to lock down an angle and yeah.
It's so I can guarantee you guys, Sarah and Hugo, that when these guys practice against Furia, like I'm sure, as Sam was pointing out, like you see Art here, like they're doing that. Like I think a lot of teams get surprised, even though expecting Art everywhere. It's always just a pleasant surprise when he's in CT spawn in your ass.
I feel like practice is an interesting conversation because, as much as officials are definitely like more serious, obviously, like in practice, there's no pressure, right? It's a lot more loose. Would you say that players like Art play more loose or play more aggressive or take more risks because they know there are no consequences? It doesn't matter if they lose.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that, yes.
Well, that's the thing, like, you have to practice in a way that you're going to play the same with officials, and I feel like some teams do that and some teams do not. But if you take R, for example, he plays the same, that's why he has a lot of success rate, taking map control or doing very, very risky stuff that pays off, because you don't see a lot of people doing that in practice and then transitioning into officials doing the same thing and getting achieving anything with it.
So that's why it feels okay when you face Art, because you know that you will do exactly the same plays in official games.
And that argument is nice that you point out, because I think that's been a big problem, especially in North American CS in general, of like people not taking practice seriously, of like, you should practice how you want to play in the official games. And I would say the same. I think because we're not in Pro Liga like our team, I think whenever we practice against Furia, they really give us like the official Furia, which has always been very nice. Of like what you see in practice is really what you get in official games. And unfortunately, same can't be said about all the teams. I think to Golden and Samuel's point here, I think a lot of maybe more inexperienced teams don't practice how they should play officials, and they honestly just use it as like a deathmatch server in some sense. And it's not helpful for anyone. Yeah, you can drop 40 bombs in practice, but then when you go in an official game, you drop 10. Like you're not winning, the team any games here.
Yeah, so it's basically your loss if you want to do that. But in my opinion, it's better to go to a deathmatch server and practice your aim that way, if you want to have that approach.
Yeah, practice is for actually practicing what you want to play in officials, to your point.
That's probably why they call it practice, eh? Kinder, the smoke.
Yeah, that was very ballsy. Just taking that peek in mid without through the smoke.
Again, VP have lost B with no players in the site, with no a single player to stop them. It's fine because you're 5-4 up, right? You've got the util, you can play retake and 5-3 now with Sanji finding Art. So it's turned out pretty good. Surely a retakeable round for VP if they play their cards right. We saw some good trading from Buster and Kickert coming through Ruins in the 2v1 the other round. And so let's see if VP can get this one under the rug.
Oh, yeah, that molly at least kind of, slows down the retake and puts that much more pressure on VP, but they still have this huge numbers advantage. So you need someone to try and step up here. Oh, Yuri might be the man to do it. All right, he's made it a little bit more interesting now. Having a fight from down in the pool, but yeah, he's trapped, man, and they know where both of them are. So that's a round for VP. They get that one locked in. They tie us up at 5-5. And I think most importantly there, they don't lose many people, once they're in that 5v3. Because one of the problems that we are seeing emerge for VP is that their money's kind of constantly in this rough spot. And this is one of the things that we talk about sometimes is the CT money. And I would actually love to hear your thoughts, Samuelson and Golden, as to what you guys make of the CT money on a map like Inferno, where utility, especially banana side, is really, really important. How does it feel like when you are on this CT half and you just can't kind of get the money together?
I would say that Inferno, if any map, is the most important map to have the utility, as you said. Probably the best map to have utility. But in some cases it's really hard, and then you have to do a decision. It can also be a decision based on their economy. So if you see here, for example, Fury has no money at all, and then it can be worth to have 0 nades or buy SMB or something.
Yeah, you prioritize nades or like utility for a good gun, for sure.
Especially
Yeah, because like how I explain this, like last round, VP didn't even play banana because they didn't have efficient enough to hold anything back if they were gonna push.
Yeah.
Even if they have one Molotov, it wouldn't be enough. So the inevitable to happen on B. Exactly what happened. Like they got B for free, and yeah, it has free retake. Fortunately for them, they got 2 entries.
And I
for
think their
VP.
approach as well for VP has been a little bit unique when we kind of see them. They either fight for banana or they don't play site. They've been playing a lot of retake towards spawn and ruins areas as well. And that might also be because of the read from Furia of liking to take the CT spawn control instead of, you know, expecting putting more members there and just doing the retake. But yeah, utility, I mean, there's a bunch of maps as well that we kind of talk about utility being better than weapons, and the Inferno is by far one of those maps that we talk about. You know, CTs are not going to have a good time if they don't have max utility. It's just very difficult to hold this map. It's very easy to just take banana control if you have full set of utility on the T side and you know that CTs have nothing. You just do a full-on execute. They can't stay on the bomb side, and then you just hold for when they come over to retake the bomb side again.
Yeah, and also that's why like VP have lost banana when they have full utility, and they just have given up on, like, because of Furia using banana with their utility so well that are just like, guys, let's just play retake or let's focus 4A instead, which is a good approach for them because they're I will say they're pretty good at retaking from what I've played against them as well. They seem to have a plan behind things.
And as Sanji dropped the AWP, he's got armorless Deeg right now. He probably threw someone a weapon. This guy's always dropping guns, always playing SMGs, and still somehow fragging, still performing. So you take that. Oh, flashed up banana again. No real utility for VP here.
This is really fast. Like they yeah. It's not much
Through the volley.
Oh,
Here we go. And through the smoke.
imagine how this feels, right? You spend all this time like getting your money together and have utility to slow them down, and they just run right through it anyway, and it's like, oh well, you know, I guess it was good I invested that $600 into the incendiary. Buster at the back of the site gonna have to try and do a hell of a lot. Now the rotations are already here. This is good rotates for VP.
I think the golden point here as well, this is really a round that you want to talk about if you're CT of, like, you know, do we really have enough ability to really do this buy on a seat side on Inferno? And obviously they're holding it, right? So, you know, they're doing a really good job by now, but we have to remember Art is already in the flank. We'll see what he can do here.
Look at Jame. There's no way they're ready for Jame. They're going to plant. They're not even going to check Jame. Yeah, he's just dropped the bomb. They ran in with their knives out. They thought it was clear. Art got a long lurk timing, and they go, oh, A's empty. Jame never left. He just sat in the pit the entire round, even with Furia on B with the bomb. That's ballsy. That's yeah, that's James gameplay coming alive.
James hit them with the I'm saving the round, and then just drops the bomb, and now it's all in favor of VP, man. That's wild. Oh, the guy who was here first, by the way, the one who was all the way over towards the speedway, is now left in this 1v2, and he just doesn't know where anyone is.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that was a round probably VP shouldn't have won. I think the Fury getting the entry there and kind of knowing as well they have control, and VP not having a lot of nades left. Sure, they're all there on timing, but maybe you're right. Maybe, Jamie, you just want to save. But I also say, you know, that's experience as well. I think when there's a lot of comps going on and you see bomb on radar, you tend to just be, you know, the last guy that plays the bomb side tends to rotate at that point. But I think maybe also knowing Furia's tendencies of wanting to rotate and running a lot, I think it's one of those teams that you don't want to over-rotate versus these guys. Or at least leaving one. It's a good entry here from Honda.
Yeah, also to that point, Jamie will have a lot to do on B because all of it smoked off, and as Furia playing, he's too aggressive for an op.
Oh. Okay, James.
It's so fun to watch.
Super important round as well because both teams are broke here.
And now VP are really broken. 4-1 and only a solo player alive. Kick it hiding. Got to come out through Boiler. Vinny's waiting in the fade of the smoke. He still loses the fight, but nowhere to go. But the graveyard for Vinny, or for Kick It, sorry. 7-6. And yeah, I mean, Furia, they even ran that round recently. I haven't seen that round in years. I think it was a blast where you throw the orange smoke in B, you take the bomb, you fake plant it in the smoke, and then you run back down banana and you take it A because you know everyone rotates as soon as they hear the
That sounds like a Fnatic strat to me. I don't know. Like, that sounds ridiculous.
That has happened a long time ago.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, true.
That's like the 400 IQ of like, yeah, let's even try to get the bomb down. Hope that we don't die and fall back.
Yeah, tap it in B,
so
but
many
if you die,
rounds
you
that
lose.
talk about as a team that when you think about it, this sounds fantastic. But obviously, again, like you have to realize that you're playing against 5 people and you don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I remember calling it 1 or 2 years ago on the pistol round.
I love it.
Well,
I mean, I can see pistol round working actually.
Yeah, it worked. It worked really well. Now I told you guys.
Yeah, now you can't do it anymore. Maybe now it needs to be like a double fake, you know?
I mean, I will say I actually love some of the rounds that Fnatic, obviously old Fnatic, flush Fnatic, so like last week basically, where on CT Inferno, where you guys would give up B on the pistol and you'd buy 2 HEs and you double nade coffins from CT and just deny the plant and then push in the smoke off the back of that, knowing there's so much chaos, the bomb's been cancelled, and now you're just chasing everyone down. Like I love some of the ideas that you and Flusher have inside of the B on pistols in the past we've seen.
Yeah, like even a lot of players like from Fnatic always been good at denying the bomb if there's last second. There's so much intuition and the right timings and what play to make. Flusher was a master of like nading the bomb or just killing him in the last second, planting grill on B, for example, which is really great to see like stuff like that.
A lot of game sense as well.
Yeah.
Last round of the half though, Jame with another pick. The AWP is paying off this game. That's what you like to see. Art's moved more onto the rifle. We've seen a lot of long pushes from him. He's dead though. Pistols and AKs for Furia. Fury's in apps, but smoke faded and already the apps player backing up. And look at VP's rotate as well. Jame now, he picked up a kill in mid. He's rotated solo B. It's a nice play. The scary thing here is if he doesn't get a kill and Furia W him, he doesn't have a smoke or a molly to stop them. Oh, could have been a lineup.
Oh, that was close, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to happen. I hoped it was going to, but no, it's nice trade work from Honda, and that's got them into the B side. Now, there is still a man here. You know, we're looking at your Kinder.
Oh, dear. Well, now it's gone.
Yeah, and this is, so they've thrown that deep smoke again to try and get this ruins and like deep CT control, but you needed to win the fights in the site really for this to be worth it, because now Yuri is left up all alone. They very quickly realize where he is and where he's got to, and they're already out through Banana. He is aware of it. There's the first man down. All right, what can he do here? 1v2. Doesn't know the whereabouts of this CT guy, just that there was one. And I don't know if he knows about the second Banana play. He looks very, very aware though, so I guess he does.
Time.
Yeah, 14 seconds, that's the problem here. He's going to try tap it for the peak, but now he's got even less time, and there it is. 8-7 at the end of the first half. VP actually winning that one out just about, but there's still a whole second half yet to be played, so join us join us in a moment for that one as we're cutting to a quick break.
Woo.
Welcome back to CS Summit 7. We're back with Furia versus Virtus Pro.
Woo! Yeah,
Nice.
woo! Geo! Yeah. Oh, nice!
The crowd's gone wild. Oh, they're loving it. They're loving it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just saw VP win that one out 8-7. Things are looking good for Virtus Pro. I mean, this is actually just a great game as far as I'm concerned. We've seen a lot of like very varied stuff going down, and now we got this little pistol on our plate. Oh, and an immediate fight. Jame and Art going head to head. And it's actually going to be Jame to win that out. And now look at VP, man. They're just exploding into this A-bomb site. Serato, he gets blindsided by it. So Fury, a bit of a taste of their own medicine. It's just the aggression from VP. And now the bomb's going to go down. For Fury, this is like a nigh on impossible retake already.
Yeah, VP bought no nades, so it's gonna be a. They knew it was gonna be a brawl, and they chose apps for that, which is really good because the first guy, whatever, if he jumps, it's really hard to hit him. You just use him as a flash. And there goes Jamie.
That was a knife kill.
Yeah.
He was sideways though, you know. Next thing you know,
Yeah,
you try
but
and
you can
right click
double left and right and duck
and
and
get
stuff.
flicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of wild stuff that
Yeah,
we'll
that's
leave
the
to you
Fnatic code,
guys.
guys.
You know? Yeah,
Of course, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say that because normally teams are very good at least looking at the back, but like for some reason Fnatic always figures out a way to like always get knife kills. You know, obviously sure JW is notorious of it, but it feels like it's a sense of like people don't even watch their backs. Like, have you guys not learned anything for the past few years?
If you're holding an angle for like 20 seconds, just
Yeah,
turn
you're
around,
like
give it a
expect
check.
it. Just double check. Yeah, you know, just quick.
Any other pros listening to this, please don't listen to these guys.
But I feel like that's all part of the mind game, right? They pick an angle and then they go, I bet the moment I turn around to check behind me, I'll get knifed from the side I've been watching. You know, like where you've held an angle for a minute and then someone goes there.
Unscoped.
Yeah, and I think that's always I mean, JW's like a ghost, man. I'll see people just walk past him and he's like, you can tell that like the cogs in his brain are like whirring to life and he's thinking, how do I get a knife in this situation? And it is insane the consistency that he's able to do it. Do you guys actually know how he gets away with it so much? Is he just like the master of positioning or what? Like,
Yeah, I think he's a master of positioning. Like he gets into situations where you don't expect him to be there, and he's just there. I mean, what are you gonna do?
what are you gonna do?
And you just sit there and in TeamSpeak and you say, "Yeah, you got a knife, guys. Just wait."
I was gonna say people don't even get upset anymore. Like when JW first started getting to live here, like you know the first 2-3 years, like I think people were genuinely pissed every time JW would kill someone. But now it's just like they start laughing instead. You know what I mean? Like, oh, typical. Like he's here.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, fantastic.
It's one of those things, you know, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. And so people kind of went with the laughing, you know?
Yeah. Knock knock. Who's there?
Yeah.
Yes, better.
Look at this, man. Look at this little creep.
Fuck you, man.
Oh.
Oh dear. Oh, and that's the bomb as well. If that died, it could have been a problem. Jame was on an island, but now kills B player, just groups with his team. They've got the entry. Serato in the site, hit him behind a smoke. This could be everything here. 20 seconds. Are they ready for another man in A? Yes, they are.
Whoa!
They're not ready for
There's
the
no
Serato.
readiness that gets you ready for that, is there? Dear, look at that little deke work there from Serato. Oh, come on, make it look pretty.
1 second.
Oh,
Oh
no!
my god.
It was 1 second, I think.
Yeah, I was sticking down.
4 from Sam.
Sanji gets who was KTR and who was it that died before? That was a Vinny or something. I can't believe that he gets that. Obviously wants to go for a trade. But yeah, leaving KTR in a 1-on-1 there. Oh man, this is dirty. That was Vinny, yeah.
He did a
Very
really good job there.
unfortunate here. Because to Golden's point, right? There's no time. So like for Vinny, like if anything, you make the argument that maybe he's the one that stays alive.
Yeah, for sure. But also, you couldn't know how Kisrar was communicating. You could have said chill or.
It's the
help me,
chaos we
help
talk
me.
about,
Yeah.
right? During the rounds like that, like later stages, like there's a lot of yelling probably going around, and just like the comms are wild, trying to figure out where the heck this guy is.
I think the correct play would be to be just chill because it was like 9 seconds and he was graveyard, so it's like a really tough situation and you have one friend on site, so yeah.
Yeah, needs to plant the bomb.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, getting 2 deal shots like that, by feeling, you just want to go for the third always.
Yeah.
When that happens, like there were some crisp shots for sure.
Yeah, he did a really good job that in that position.
It's a little boost setup here, a stack setup from Furia on the archway. We're gonna see the action here once the smoke fades. There's no flashbang though. Nice smoke again. Re-smoke from VP. Playing it very safe here. We'll see if they get shot in the back here. Yes, it would be Yakindar, but no, they're smart. Yeah, they're expecting it.
Oh, they're just about to crunch as well.
Look at that. Now they're like
The best
what
ant strat.
Yeah. Yes, like
Triple smoke where the 5 stack is.
fantastic.
Oh,
Now you're
so
on kill.
annoying.
You know, now we're upset. Now we just run and die.
Well, you might not have to run because James coming for you with the Mac 10. They're surrounding them like sharks in the ocean. Honda does kill Sanji. I mean, they're not winning this round, but maybe they can kill some AKs and get some guns out of it. Kicker lets him pass and takes down Honda. Now they're going to start chasing him. They've got him trapped, or so they think.
Look at Kicker, man. Oh, he's just trying to stay
Okay,
alive.
well.
You just hear all the footsteps coming towards you, and you're like, oh no, you've separated from the rest of the pack, and that's just that. Yeah, that's terrifying. It's still around for VP though, right? It's not the end of the world. They give over the AK, which is a nice little bonus for Furia to work with.
Yeah, and I like that too. I said going down, but obviously, the approach there for Furia is obviously much better. We think about economy as well. We know that VP has some SMGs on the board, so trying to stay alive and just staying compact and not allowing VP to just run around with the SMGs collecting more money. I think, best case there for him.
Art has a really bad B spawn, but I still think that he's
Oh,
really
what?
aggressive.
Okay, here we go. Next up,
That was nice.
Oh, he didn't take it. I was hoping he was going to take that little run boost spawn and get there and really light up the scoreboard. But nade kill works just as well to get the opener, and it is all about that utility fight, as you guys have been highlighting.
It's a good damage being done here though, but Jamie does go down. And yeah, to your point, here's the thing as well. Like, yeah, sure, it's a 4-on-5 situation, but if we compare the nades here, VP has nades for a full-blown B execute, and then we compare that to Furia, they're gonna have a very hard time holding this push off. So it's all gonna be a matter of now, like, let's get some good setups. Sure, we see Furia see the tendency compared to VP. VP was playing more in spawn and in spools. Furia is opting a little bit more for let's boost on the site and let's ensure that we kind of fight for the site a little bit more. So we'll see. I would say, odds are based on even situations, but even in terms of utility right now, I would say that probably very highly chance that it's going to be a B execute at the end of it, with just a full-blown execute of, trying to get the bomb side and bomb down and then playing for a retake or after plant rather.
Yeah, Archers used their last smoke in mid and now falling back to B, stacking B. It's a really tough situation for the CDs here. It's gonna be tough.
Artov get one. Oh my god, the re-peaks.
Wow.
This is what I mean.
Yeah, what I said.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, I think Furia's been really smart here with the stack, right? Like, we see, Arch throwing away his smoke last. It's a 1-on-2 situation now, so, the round's not over yet. Still very much winnable from Sanji. A smoke and a flashbang left. Furia trying to retake this very, very quick. Sanji, though, in a much better position now.
Sticking it. No kit.
Oh dear! Now they have to get up. Yeah, right.
Oh, they would have won it.
Now he needs the kill, and Sanji, he thought they were off the bomb already. Yeah, he could have just stuck it. Now he needs this, and Sanji. Oh, that's disgusting.
That was a really good play.
Yeah, that's unreal, right? He gets into the site with the double, plays the 1v2 post plant to perfection as well. And it's one of those moments, right, where, yeah, like, we're looking at it like, oh, if he'd stuck it, he would have won it. We would have got that locked in. But you just don't know, do you? That's the scary part. Sanji, after getting the first, I think you're worried about him swinging and, getting you off the bomb.
Yeah, they weren't ready for Honda on the boost because of Art giving away his position by spamming on that smoke. Yeah, like one too many times.
And if you do it 3 times, they're gonna know it, right?
Yeah, but they'd already got an entry, and then they see Art, and they think, okay, there's 2B, we can run in. They try and jump across. Honda's on the boost as the third man, and just sprays down another. Still around for VP though, so considering this is Furia's map pick of the series, getting a little scary right now.
But you see how difficult that was, and Golden pointed out as well, right? Like, even though Furia had 3 members on the B bomb side, he still said it's going to be difficult. Sure, I mean, Sanji has an incredible round there, but again, it comes down to utility. They have nothing to work with, and VP is running in. There's Molotovs on the side, there's smokes everywhere, and flashbang coming in. And, like, it doesn't matter if you're 3 guys there. When these guys come in not being flashed, it's going to be very difficult to hold them off.
Ooh, Vinny.
Another buy though, and another aggressive play. Vinny, oh man, it could have worked out for him. We see there as well when we talk about CT in terms of like how do you want to take banana control. We also talk about where we want to place the HEs because there's multiple areas on the banana area where you can place the HEs of where T's like to stand. Very much where Whitney died from there is one of the HE spots. If it's not on logs there, we see Jamie at. And same thing here. I mean, for VP here, we can see the old VP tendency here. 5-on-4. All they have to do is sit and wait. They know that Furia has to go for at least some map control or map information. And yeah, they're just falling like bricks here. 5-on-2. Easy round now for VP. Should be a save round, if anything. Art and CT spawn. Once the smoke comes down CT, you make the argument that they're going to go over to A and try and save.
They're playing pretty methodically, VP. They're not rushing in to be, even in case there's no one here, there could be someone here and they don't know it. So they're just saying, yeah, they're doing very good.
2 players against A. So now they know no cities on B, but I still think they will stay on A to hunt their weapons because they know they have at least 1 AVP.
Yeah, they haven't moved, Sanji and Yakindo.
Yeah, so they secure the round, and if no one is B, they will be fast towards A and try to kill them.
Top teams do this. They're a little bit more cautious when they plant the bomb because they know that they're saving anyway. So like, just allow your teammates to get in a much better position so you have more time after you get the bomb down to try and kill these guys. And you see it now. I mean, they have just so much time to try and find where Yuri is. His teammates has already gone down, so there's going to be an absolute steam of a round.
I think they played it perfectly this round.
Yeah, I agree. Really this is an excellent round.
And no rounds in this half of Furia, not a single one yet. So VP running a bit wild and Furia are still broken. They've got another eco to bear before they come back in with guns. Focused on the utility, some nades, some smokes. Let's see what the pattern is. More banana control perhaps, maybe even just pushing.
Yeah, 5B, let's go. It's gonna be fun to watch.
4 HEs.
Ooh.
Here it comes.
And nothing.
They throw all those nades, and then they still end up being the first
They
to
only
fall
threw
in the
one, though.
round.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, they threw the one nade. So I guess maybe trying to like bait the idea that this isn't the stack, and now they've still got nades to throw in.
What a nade. We do that sometimes too. I think that's ends the sort of that doing like a 4 HE nade stack on banana. You throw the first one in the beginning, like first 2, and then you fall back to A, and then you still keep 2 HEs on the B bomb side guys for when they get to this spot, and you just do a lot more chip damage. I mean, I think out of all the players on, especially in Inferno, I think Flusha used to be one of the best ones in terms of utility damage and being smart with the nades, and obviously just in terms of team base, like I think Astralis have had this pinpointed down. But like I said before, like I think a lot of more teams are trying to think a little bit more of like where we place the nades. So like let's have a thought process about it. You know, in reality here, like the HE should really only be doing 12 damage. You should be happy with it. So you can at least get 1 shot with the M4, a 1 kill with the headshot.
Yeah. No players take information on A now, and it's 9 players towards B. Yeah, and it should be favorable for the cities, yeah. So all 9 players towards B.
He's got a molly and a 1v1. He's looking the wrong way. 20 seconds wrapped from spawn. He's going to run A. Has he got it? Golden now. Has he got it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you in 3 seconds. Yes, he's got it.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
He's got it. Not even close.
He's got it.
Yeah.
I think you'll get the first kill and lose against the second guy.
Oh, you're even calling it that far.
Yeah. Look at this, man. This isn't like little predictions. This is like scripting it down to a T. Right, so will Golden's prophecy come true? 1v2 for Kicker. Golden says first and then dead. Let's see. It's a long way. There's the. Oh, I thought that was the first, but no.
Oh no, it could happen now.
Oh no, he's getting pressure from everywhere. Oh,
Desperate.
good go.
Oh my god. That's the counter curse, by the way.
He had the
Use
chance.
You
just-
never see Kickert miss so many shots with the AWP, and then now, because Golden said it, he's gonna get the first. Literally just a bunch of whiffs.
But will
In
he win it,
between
though?
legs,
He
wrapping
won it.
around.
He won it. Oh my god.
News
was
just
easy.
in from HLTV.org. Golden
That was-
removed from Fnatic.
But I mean, last round, I think they played perfectly. But this round, they had no information towards A at all, and they ran into a 5-man stack or a 4-man stack.
That was pretty sloppy.
Yeah, so I think they played perfectly last round, but this round, no information at all.
I think
Yeah,
it was
I'm-
an easy. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, after you.
I think it was just an easy call to just like group everyone against one side, and Furia has been very sneaky. But yeah, I mean, it could have worked, it could have failed, but obviously they could have thrown their Molotovs a lot better.
Oh, okay. Nice. Vinny's a bit of a god of the sandbags.
That's what Golden was talking about. You can get a round where you get 2 or 3 kills without taking damage. It's a nice start from Vinny.
Yeah, so if you play exactly like that, Golden, every Inferno, we're gonna win.
I need you to do that every round, and we're good, man. Our seat
yeah.
study first is gonna be fantastic.
I can do it on Deagles, but not on rifle.
It's too easy with rifles, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Same thing here, though. Like, you know, to our point, when we said we look at utility and stuff like that, it's still a full-blown B execute that they want to. So, sure, you can make the argument it's 5-on-3, so you won't probably be seeing over rotates from Furia. So, if they were to do, it's a little bit of a fake here from Sanji, potentially, but he does fall back. I think this is also why we see more teams lean towards speed later on in the round, because it is a little bit easier to kind of at least try and take the bomb side versus trying to get up mid and getting crossfire to death from site and apps.
Yeah, for sure. You isolate the fights a lot easier on B. You do like if you have the utility, then and what you have in the current situation, then just the highest probability.
Oh, Yuri's about to win the round by dropping the bomb, and that's now throwing everything into a bit of chaos. They're going to try and go into A still. They don't have time to go anywhere else, and they're right there, but yeah, it's the fact that that bomb gets dropped that's really ruined them here. Yakinda left it a 1v5. It's
think
not
he's gonna
looking
lose it,
great
guys.
for him.
He's gonna lose it.
All right, let's see. Is this the redemption?
Oh, damn.
Oh, he's done it.
How does
Bonus is a boss, man. He knows everything.
How does he predict it? It's that intuition.
Yeah. See, I even closed my eyes.
This is big for Fury though, right? Because pretty silent CT side, they get no rounds. VP go up to 13, then an eco win and a flawless 5 alive rifle round with 2 orbs saved. Like now they've got bank and might be able to give themselves a bit of a lifeline in the second half. VP not quite as rich. We got players on $2,000 or $3,000 rather pre-buy. So yeah, there's a real shot here for Fury to pull this one back, to take control. VP eco round with a hero AK and a few smokes.
We haven't seen, I feel like, a lot of timeouts so far this map. Guess it's been just a lot of back and forths. But this should be around half buy for VP, 2 armors, Jamie and Kickert. There's 2 smokes and 2 flashbangs as well. So giving Furia a chance to just waste a little bit of nades here. We should probably see VP getting to a point where they stick together and try and hit a bomb site. Rounds like this, I always say the same thing. Obviously, bomb plant is a bonus to win the round. It's just an added benefit. It's really just doing some damage here, keeping the economy at bay on the CT side too, but it's a nice entry from Art to open up the round.
Oh no, they just keep giving him it. They just keep giving him it. Go on, Art, get another. Oh, that's the tag.
Hit it.
That's the tag. Oh, no. Jay wants the AWP, man. He wants it. He's going to take it from Art's cold, dead corpse at this rate.
He's throwing it out.
He's
Oh.
gonna throw it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there it is.
spot
It's
that.
gone.
Nice.
That's $5 almost
you
down the
guys.
drain.
Ooh,
They have another orb
might be
still.
expensive here.
One more kill. That's a plant on B if you
Oh,
gets
he
it.
shot! Oh, that's... I don't know about that, Honda. That's risky. Oh my god!
Oh no!
Not the 1-on-5.
He could have used his pistol because they knew he
Hide,
was low.
hide.
Oh no! Oh my god, how is he
They
still
have-
alive?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! He's
or
threading a
Needle?
needle.
Golden,
got the
does he win
shot.
this? Golden, make the
Okay.
call.
No, he gets the one, but the dice.
Okay, okay.
Same as
Oh, no!
Come on, get.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh my god!
See, yeah, not even close. Not even close.
Yeah, easy for Furia. There it is. 10 on the board.
What
That was
the-
really expensive though. Yeah, it was really expensive.
Oh my god. All because Art just wanted to kill after the tag. Damn. Yeah, I mean, Honda, that goes in experience, man. Because I think even if you see the barrel there, I think you shoot because you hear him, and then you're the only guy left on the B-bomb side. So him going down, and this is so risky. Holy smokes. And we
it was
don't
a
see
smoke,
Jamie
right?
miss a lot of shots. It's a cast a curse again from Golden.
Sorry, Jay.
From Golden, yeah.
We just have to be very specific.
Oh,
Did
that's
he
such a
get
nice
double
try.
HE or?
I didn't see. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's
Got the AWP.
really good. Wow, that's insane.
Oh, kicking through the smoke. Vinny already spraying. It was perfect time for him, and the flash did nothing. Push down Banana. 2 players for Furia. VP are cordoned out. They are trapped in mid right now. That's where you got to give it up. Yeah, you got the kills. You've still got a Molotov for B. 2 AWPs. Honda's waiting, and he's got his shot as well. Furia, ever since they won that eco, they have not been stopping, man. And they're going to keep going. 5 on 3.
Yeah, they have to use. They know they have there's an AWP somewhere, and they have to start using more flashes. Like it's too sloppy from VP right now. Just peeking into angles that are being held or flashing through smokes. That's maybe they're maybe Furia's in their heads.
And they know that Furious really likes to play close as well. Close to smokes and close everywhere to be up in your face.
25. Honda gets tagged. There's a chance, it's an opening, but it's still not a kill. Yuri's yet to be spotted,
I
and
guess so,
Honda
yeah.
finds another. Ooh, falling off the top. Honda's just killing everything. Forget it, this round's over. And Furia don't lose a player again.
I don't want to jinx it.
Who's winning that?
But
I think it's overtime. Then I don't know anymore.
What a cop-out answer. I definitely go to overtime, guys. Yeah, I mean, so what's the... I forget, is it still Hunter that's observing? Is it DJ? Can we get the scoreboard? Would that be a thing?
You can see kills next.
Yeah, but I want to see rounds, you know what I mean? I want to see
True,
the,
true.
the progression, you know? We
I
do
think
have a
we're Prius
tactical
right
coming in.
now.
It might be DJ, yeah. I wonder if he hears us. But if he does, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. Comes
Can you
off
see
of
the utility?
Yeah. Oh, utility damage too. Yeah, let's do it, DJ. There we go. It's a bit of a delay. We'll get there. Yeah. Oh, man. And look at that, right? And we always make the argument as well. Like, even if you add all this together, right? It's like 300. How much is that in total? It's like 400, 600, 700. It's close to like 8 kills, right? Right off the bat from utility damage alone. And that's incredible. And that's really like you get free kills, right? You don't even have to look at people. It's a lot of utility damage from Furia, which means that VP is not really taking their time here of, you know, running into a lot of nades, I'd argue. Same thing here. Yeah.
You were saying?
I was saying, yeah, it's all that. And we were talking about nade setups as well, right? Like, where do you throw the nades in Banana? Because there's multiple areas that you kind of can throw them at, and you kind of want to talk about, you know, you kind of see, you know, the tendencies. That one was smack in the middle, so I think it was, you know, kind of set to take the broom area on the left side by Banana there. But yeah, a lot more UD coming in from Furia compared to VP, but I'd say that Furia was a little bit smarter on their T side too. Nice entry here though from Buster, makes it a 4-on-4, and I think because of that, they're just gonna make the call to run into B. Art is still here though, gets the 2. Oh man, you hate to see that if you're VP, and Honda here as well at the same time. Leaves it doing a 1-on-2 though from Jamie. Still doable. We saw from Sanji a few rounds ago.
It's the
Alright,
same plan.
Hugo, you go. Hugo and Harry, you guys predict this.
Jane wins it. easy.
Yeah, I think Jane wins this
Nah,
one.
James
Let's-
won.
James
And then he
gets
gets
the
another
one and he dies.
They're giving him a lot of room right now. Oh, he's super open to Banana. He needs to move in. They're making noise. They're running on the site. He's gonna get a shot. Shot.
Not one person. How did he miss these
Oh
shots?
no!
Honestly, I feel like I've seen more whiffs from James in this game than ever before. Like,
It's because before everyone we say, yeah, James got this, and then he misses, and then in the rounds where we're not saying anything, he's hitting it. He's hitting all the shots. But it's all the ones that matter, and we're like, yeah, no, James good in these moments, and then it's like, oh, he died immediately, actually.
this is so close though. Like again, what's this? 5 rounds in a row for Furia. Ooh. VP, another buy. They got the plants at least. Jane back on the AWP. This time he has armor.
It must feel very frustrating as well, because it's like for VP, it feels like they're doing a lot right, but then like the individuals are there on Furia to step up. Like, you know, you have Art getting like 2 with the AWP, or Vinny doubling up at B, and it's like this is going kind of above and beyond what should be expected of you in those scenarios. So it must feel kind of infuriating if you're Virtus Pro. Like, you're throwing all the utility, you're having pretty good reads, you're getting up Banana in some of these rounds. But then you run into like one guy who will just kill 2 of you, and suddenly it goes back in favor of Furia.
I would say
that
here. Go ahead,
I would. Furia is one of the teams
Samuel.
that you don't want the momentum, right? Because of their
Yeah.
play style. So when they have like 5, 6, 7 rounds in a row, it's really hard because you gain more and more confidence, and they do the crazy stuff even better. So if you want to break one team, I would bet that's Furia.
I was also going to point out as well, if we look at the difference from Furia, Furia was very good on not taking banana control when they didn't need to early, and they just waited for the nade to be down from VP, and then they just took it for free. VP has a different approach where they try and stick in one guy in banana and try and hold it, but they've been dying every round. Furia has done a really good job in killing off that banana player, which has forced VP in this like 5-on-4, even a 4-on-4 situation, but not taking banana control. So definitely should, something that should be talked about. We've seen it from Furia.
Yeah.
They fight for banana early. They don't have to do it early for VP. They can just wait.
Yeah, Vinny has been doing a great job.
Oh, okay, this one is gotten down to the wire. There are these rotations, but basically K-Serato is like in the site alone, and with that smoke going down at
7
Moto,
seconds.
K-Serato's got to do a lot. He could deny the bomb plant, but it's planted safe from where he is. The second guy's barreled in through the smoke to help out. Look at Art go. There were 2 smokes down at Moto, and he runs through both of them to get into the site. And now Sanji, hidden here in the graveyard, has to try and put some bodies in it. There's one, and just K-Serato left to find, but he's on the angle, and he's ready to go. Furia keeping that momentum going, keeping the game in their favor, as now they've tied us up at 13-13.
I just
And
want
you are feeling that momentum build up. Sorry, Viv, go on.
No, I was gonna say, we were gonna say that he's gonna get the kill and then he's gonna die.
Oh yeah, of course, right?
Yes, one, he loses.
It's the famous 1 out of 2 and then
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah.
Playing the
And we
We're
were
very
right.
much nailing these predictions, I feel like.
Yeah, at this point we don't need to say it. It's implied,
Yeah, exactly.
Golden's here,
So we were right.
they get one and they get traded.
Roland, you were right.
Yeah. My prediction.
Goldie, just so smart, man. Like, geez,
Yeah.
I don't even.
Just tell me, just hit me up. I'll tell you. I'll tell you the secrets about predicting. Killing the first and dying.
So tactical timeout here, I guess, from VP. Let's try and figure this out. Like I said, I would have loved to see them. I mean, we either fight for banana early here and we buy some, Mac 10s and we just go for spawn base and try and catch Fury a little bit off guard. But other than that, I would love for VP to just leave banana alone for the first minute. Let Furia waste all their nades. They've been taking it every single round. We know that for a fact. And you know that also that you've been taking the BXX late as well of, getting to a spot where you actually hit the bomb site. So I think VP does have the winning condition here. They just have to figure that out themselves to sell. Like, let's leave banana alone for a second.
I will say, though, it does feel like Furia, whenever you're not pushing banana and putting somebody here, they will be very, very active in taking this control away, right?
Yeah, but
So
once you leave, so if you stay for a minute, they don't have nades left, right? So like they always leave the one guy there, and then it's a one flash, but you take it over by yourself. Because what Kiker's doing here, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but look at the damage, right? Already on your car. And more nades will come. And this is always going to be the problem on that T side on Inferno when you want to take banana control so early in the round, but you don't get any benefit from doing that. The only thing that really gets from it is the CT's wasting obviously a lot of utility by you showing that you're there, but also at the same time, you get a lot of chip damage in the process by doing so. This is probably one of the best, openings that we've seen from VP because they haven't died and they've only lost 50 HP on Yakindar.
Yeah,
I would say that if you have 40 HP and you have the whole banana, I think you've done a really good job, and that's a good trade. But they didn't get the whole banana, so yeah. And it also depends how much utility the CTs are wasting, of course.
Honda's backed up. Orb shot missed. He follows up the second time around. He's been nailing them on this A site. Art's here to help out Honda with a double. And now Sanji trading back out of nowhere. James got the AWP in, but he's got to use it like a shotgun with the player boosted in the site. A whiff spray recovered by Kicker, but the AWP will trade. And a burnt out player in Yuri leaves Art and James in a 1v1. Art's going for the full wrap. No, it's actually back to the archway as James is given a plant and a chance to dance.
This is a real clash of the titans here, right? Like the AWP v AWP, the head-to-head, and who's going to win it? James, around the corner, nice and quick. And there wasn't two players alive there, so we didn't have the so we actually get the head-to-head that we wanted, and that there has put VP up onto 14. But this is where you look at it, and the fact that Furia have been able to keep some money on a few of these players has tempted them to keep the pressure applied, right, and to keep that momentum building up. But that's a very ballsy call to make, at 14-13, not playing for the overtime, playing for the win. It does mean they're going to be a little bit limited here on some of these players.
Still going to be a good amount. I think it's going to be Vinny, which is probably the guy that you don't want to have low on money here. He's a B player, and he's been doing a really good job in holding that B bomb site as well. So we'll see what their approach is now. At least, as we talked about before for Golden and Samuel's part, right? You always want to offer utility, right? This is what you see on Vinny here as well, especially on the B-bomb side. Like, sure, he doesn't have a rifle, but just the fact that he has a lot of utility to hold them off and you just wait for your rotates to come and help you out. Definitely the right play here. Same process, though, for Furia, starting on 3 towards B in the beginning.
There are the nades. Stuck in a molly is Kicker. Yakinda eats another one on logs as he's been doing, but that's a pick from Yakinda, finding the AWP that goes very wide in Banana. But he grabs it, but he can't escape. Picker sees it gets picked up and chases that kill. Good reaction. 4 on 3. VP own B.
I mean, not much you can do here. If you're Furia as well, you're all spread out as well. You can make the argument of just stacking somewhere with both of the guys. If they don't come on that bomb site, you save. But Yuri goes down here, leaving Caserado with a deagle by himself. That's going to be map point for VP. And last 2 rounds here, we talked about the banana takes and stuff like that. And I do think that if we compare to where Furia has been laying their nades, VP has been pretty smart. They've been running past them, which is why we haven't seen necessarily as much chip damage as we've seen in the previous rounds. Also allow them as well to really put Furia in a bad spot with forced to use a little bit more nades than before.
They are right behind him. There's no way Caserato's getting out of here alive. VP haven't boxed in, and they just saw him cross the site as well. So, all missed shot from both AWPs. He's going to wrap back, and it's done. 15
if you
rounds.
get like 1 or 2 kills, it would mean so much for next round. But
yeah, there's not a lot of money here on VP side either. But now it's a bust. We'll see if there's going to be a tactical timeout.
It's going to OT anyway, so just keep that in mind, right?
yeah,
that's I did forget that was the call.
Yeah.
5 HEs. Let's see if they go mana banana.
Quad, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, there's always the possibility, There's the round I was talking about. Let's see how many nades they throw. It might be just a double first. Yeah, and they save. Oh, they actually throw more. They have 1 left on Art.
9 HP.
Yeah, normally you hold off a little bit and you throw 2 first. So you get a little bit more information on if they're actually in banana. But this was more of a gamble nade stack from Furia. Art goes down as well.
He went down in T-Apps, by the way.
I saw that. Yeah, I was wondering, where
I just saw him in the mini-app.
How is he there? How is he there at 125? I don't know, but
that's insane.
Gamble stack. This is the exact round that Furia won. It was their first round that they won on this half. It was 5 Deagles or 4 Deagles on B, and VP walked right into it. But
So let's see if they send one to A and look for information, or if they're gonna do the same thing.
Oh no, yeah.
Play more aggressive.
Well, that's that, right? So that's VP taking the victory on this first map, going 1-0 up. It felt like there in that last round, you know, Furia, they tried to kind of play like a bit of a mind game almost, right? Like hope that they're anticipating that with all this dead air, you know, you've rotated away, so you just keep the B stack. But then when they didn't see anything, they end up actually, you know, pushing